Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. Fantastic Four box office could be bigger than the Superman. After Superman, Fantastic Four is the next big movie of the summer 2025, and going by early box office projections, it could be looking even bigger. It could be looking at an even bigger debut. James Gunn's DCU is off to a great start with Superman. It has already grossed over $220 million worldwide, making it the biggest launch for a solo Superman movie ever. False. That's literally false. Literally. Okay? I don't know why they keep pushing that. Let me see here. And the first time a DC film has opened with over 100 million in the US since Wonder Woman. No, wait a minute. The Batman opening weekend.
The Batman?
134. 134. Oh my God, man. See, here's the thing. Sometimes, as a matter of fact, Box Office Mojo, right? Box Office Mojo. The Batman. Opening weekend 134. Here's the problem. Sometimes Google, even GPT, Grok, they give you wrong information. All right? Sometimes you need to dive into these websites yourself and find out, okay? Because it will scour certain news outlets to find certain things. And you'll get conflicting information, you see? So you see how this article is saying that it's the biggest one since Wonder Woman? It's not. But Grok or Google could look at this and maybe a few others that say the same thing and think it's the truth and give you that answer. That's why you need to dive into these things. So that's false. Good Lord. Can I trust this article at all about anything? However, it has a heavyweight theatrical contender with Fantastic Four. Don't let the failure of 2015's reboot fool you. They are incredibly popular, and their arrival in the MCU is something fans have wanted for a very long time. Plus, it has the benefit of 4 big stars in its ensemble. In other words, it's great. Fantastic Four has the potential to be a box office monster. How much will it make? Let's see here. Those are some big numbers. Fantastic Four is estimated to open between 125 and 155 in the US, with Box Office Theory projecting it could make as much as 277 to 395 by the end of its run. I think they wanted to make more than that. By the end of its run, I think they... What's the budget for... What is the budget for Fantastic Four First Steps?
The movie Fantastic Four First Steps.
Yeah, I think they're going to want it to make more than that. Those are some big numbers. The Fantastic Four First Steps is still in steady territory as it looks to benefit from being the next on-deck tentpole release following Superman, meaning pre-sales pacing will accelerate organically over the next 2 weeks. Yeah, we'll see about that. Thursday's domestic preview for July 24th are currently pacing towards a 25 million start, with a potential climb if reviews and buzz escalate. Embargoes will lift the morning of July 22nd. why Fantastic Four could beat Superman. Remember, Superman had a much harder job than Fantastic Four. What job was that? Not only is it the first movie of a reboot that was, well, this is a reboot too, kind of, that was ordered because of its past iteration, the DCEU, which was such a calamitous, messy failure that it damaged the public's perception of the franchise. I see where they're going here. Yeah, okay. But it's starting with a... oh, damn it. Yeah, right. But it's starting with a hero that famously hasn't been a massive box office draw. Marvel has been destroying its characters and IPs. But look at Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, come on, man. Like, stop with that stuff. There's a lot at stake with Superman, but you could argue that box office performance isn't as important as people liking it. And I'm thinking about what they did to the DCEU. They went off the rails immediately after Man of Steel because it was a box office success, but it didn't make as much money as they wanted it to. So then playing catch up to Marvel, and I told them, WB, run your own race. You're WB. You've made some of the greatest movies in the world, in history. Oh, but you're playing catch up, which is the stupidest thing to do. Run your race. In my opinion, that was so stupid. Oh no, now we have to bring everybody together because Avengers is already out and this is already out. Fans are patient. Fans are patient enough to watch you perfectly plot out a story. Okay? You should have went the way you should have went. Whatever your original plans were. You get Batman v Superman, even though I liked it and a lot of other people liked it, it still wasn't what they wanted it to be. And it made more money than Man of Steel, correct? But so there's that. And then Aquaman was great. Wonder Woman was good too. They're both great or good, depending on how you're looking at it. But they were just trying to do so. You know what I mean? He took Zach out. It was like y'all messed it up yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid to never mind. I'm not gonna even. Okay, so that's not to say it won't make plenty of money. But with only 2 weeks of theatrical space before Fantastic Four takes its share, it could be a tough ask to hit the $700 million mark. Yeah. I think Superman, it feels like a $350, $400 million movie. That's what it feels like to me. We'll see. It might do better. But a lot of people don't think it's going to do $700 million. Oh, by the way, you know what comment I don't see anymore? And I saw it less and less as days went on. You're the only YouTuber that thinks this is a bad movie. Yo, but why would that even matter? That's a horrible argument. You do know that, right? Just because I don't think it's good, and 6 or 7 or whoever, how many other YouTubers had their reviews out then, thought it was great. That means nothing. You're telling me I have to go along with the crowd even if I didn't like the movie? Why can't I just give my honest opinion? I thought the movie was trash. Okay? Other people, it's fine for other people to think that trash is good. It was their type of entertainment. It was their type of entertainment. More power to them. But so many other YouTubers have come out with their reviews, and a whole lot of people are calling this movie a big piece of trash. And it has been divisive. And that's why I don't trust the Rotten Tomatoes scores at all. I haven't trusted them since 2019. Told you that, with the whole Captain Marvel debacle and the ticket sales and the bot reviews. And it happens on both sides. It does happen on both sides, and that's why I don't trust it. Can only sit down and trust my own opinion and the hard numbers. And even with the hard numbers, you got to make sure you're searching properly and looking at the right place. Even got these tax forms coming out. These leaked tax forms talking about Superman's real cost. I think they said it was like 3 something rather than 2 something. You know what I mean? Like, see what I'm saying? Just a lot of shenanigans going on. And some people out there just believe every single article that they read. That's the reason why you always hear me say in videos, well, if this is true, and then I give you my opinion, because I know I could be being lied to at that point in time reading that article. Fantastic Four's advantage is also a drawback as part of the MCU. Once upon a time, that meant guaranteed box office returns. Well, we're telling the truth here. But beyond a couple of nostalgia bait exemptions, Spider-Man No Way Home and Deadpool, no, they were good movies. Okay, they entertained the people. And like No Way Home, I felt was great. Deadpool and Wolverine was good, but it played to fan, what do you call it? Fan, what is it? Fan, y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the term. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, but it played to the fans. You know, it gave them everything that they wanted. It was a very fun movie. I can't call it a great movie, like technically, but it was a very fun movie. It gave the fans what they wanted. It was a fun, comedic, popcorn movie, and it did what it was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's not nostalgia. That's knowing how to make a movie that's going to entertain people. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame it on nostalgia. I mean, yeah, Hugh Jackman was back. Everybody wanted to see him back. But if it was garbage, it wouldn't have... I think that if it was a bad movie, it wouldn't have done those numbers. You get what I'm saying? It's had a run of low-performing films, Thunderbolts, Captain America, Brave New World, and The Marvels. I think you could put... I'm trying to think of this nostalgia bait exemption. Yeah, Hugh Jackman back for that. Yeah, Deadpool back. And the No Way Home, you had Toby and what you call it back. I guess an argument could be made for it, but I still think they were both better movies, too. You get what I'm saying? So which one is more? Which one holds more weight? Is it nostalgia? Or is it that they were better movies? Maybe a combo. Because, you know, I take that back. You know, people would come out of the woodwork to see Toby and Andrew Garfield. They would. And, you know, I forgot that this is Deadpool's first appearance in MCU. So while that's not exactly nostalgia, because he's fairly recent, you know, Hugh Jackman was back. But I think if they were terrible, like if they were like Madam Web terrible, The Marvels terrible, I don't think that either of those movies would have done those numbers. That's what I'm basically trying to say. So they had to be good to a certain extent to do, you know what I'm saying? Like when I go back in the day and I think about just randomly thinking about something like Street Fighter. That movie was absolute garbage. The casting for stuff, Raul Julia's horrible as M. Bison. Van Damme should have never been Guile. You know, it's just a lot of stupid stuff in that movie. It's just horrible. And I know it's a guilty pleasure for a lot of people, but it wasn't no $1 billion movie. Because it was horrible, but it was the most popular video game in the world. It was a phenomenon. You get what I'm saying? But it was so horrible that it's a fart in the wind now. It's had a run of low-performing films. So yeah, I don't know, running one of the Marvels. There's definitely an air of hype around Fantastic Four. I don't feel it, but I am interested because of how bad Superman was. And considering its pre-sales caused Fandango, sure, it caused it to crash. No, it didn't. Before, like a couple of people mentioned it, and that it only happened to them because of their bad phones, probably. Yeah, we'll see if it beats it. I think that it could beat it. I definitely think that it could beat it, considering how bad Superman was to me and many others. I think that it could beat it. But what's interesting is what's looking out to be the king is Jurassic World Rebirth. And what changed my mind was one person's comment that said all the other Jurassic World movies were billion-dollar movies. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Then that could be the king, because one of the predictors of future performance is past performance. So, yeah. Post comments down below. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed my thoughts on this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share.